Come on, Ollie. Good morning. I'm right now. I'm across the street from my house at this little park that I'm fortunate to live next to. I'm running late this morning. Come here, Holly. I'm running late this morning. Haven't had time to give my dog, my beautiful dog Holly, a proper WALK and let her run free in the park for a little bit to stretch her legs, give her a chance to get some exercise before I start talking. Come on, Holly. Come on in. Let's go inside. Oh, good morning, all. Bear with me today. This is as raw and uncensored. They're all raw and uncensored. This is just less prepared. Sorry, Holly, you cannot go out front. I gotta be with you. Good morning, Jack Taylor. Good morning, Smiley Daddy. Good morning, Waffles. Who says that? Jack Taylor, I appreciate you. The one regret I have in life. Good morning, Terry from Boston. I mean, I got regrets in life, but I was going to say the one regret in life is Jack Taylor still does not have a coffee with Ken mug. That just seems wrong. I'm going to put Holly outside. Is that okay? I know she's going to want to say hi to the camera. She's pacing back and forth like the crazed beast she is. Good morning, all, Nancy. Hello. Thank you for joining me. My name's Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. I'm coming at to you live here on TikTok from my home in North Naperville, Illinois. Naperville's a town of about 150,000 people. It's always rated in one of the top places to live in the country. Great place to raise a family. Probably coolest downtown I've seen in a suburb anywhere. Anyway, I live in a small little home with my dog Holly. I'm learning to love life. I'm learning to love being by myself and be okay with the world as it comes to us. And I do this show every morning at 8 o'clock. Started on another platform where I was doing it live on Saturday mornings. You'll see Holly soon, believe me. You'll see her soon. As soon as I get my coffee and go into the living room. What's your name? Well, all right. Why not? Why soon? Why not live for the moment? Come here, Holly. There's Holly. She's an English Springer Spaniel. She's very excited. She's very enthused. She likes to be on video. I just woke up a few minutes ago, so apologize. I accidentally popped back to sleep. Jack Taylor, I'll try and make it a special. She is beautiful. She's probably about 35 pounds. She's going to be 4 years old in a couple months. She has such a crazy joy for life. I call her Jolly, and that's a good nickname. Anyway, hold on. Before I talk too much, or I can talk too much here, it's a good nickname for her because she is so jolly. And we did get her as a Christmas present for our kids. That was a long, long time ago, it feels. Life experiences ago. And anyway, it rhymes with Holly, obviously, so it seems to work well. Anyway, I'm in my kitchen right now. I slept in. I've had exactly 1 cup of coffee. Usually by this time of the day, I've had, 3, 4 cups, maybe a pot. Hello there, baby. And anyway, so I'm so excited. I got a pot of coffee here, and I'm making it in my famous Mr. Coffee, pouring it into my Coffee with Ken mug. Bear with me today. I'm getting a late start. I haven't really done my morning routine like I like. And let's take the coffee, go sit down in my living room, see how the sun's coming through the window. Holly just did one of these. Spit flew from her jowls. It's kind of nasty, but she's still beautiful. And again, the sun's just peeking through the windows. Let's get a little shade in here to see if we can get the light just right, because it's so... Good morning, Keith. No, Holly, you cannot go outside. We just came from outside. And for those that are feeling bad that she's not getting her walk on schedule, she'd be doing this exact same thing if we just got back from a 10-mile walk. There's no end to her enthusiasm. Golly, Holly is so jolly. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm getting set up here in my little studio called my living room. Look at this. Look at this. My co-star Holly is right here. And she has endless enthusiasm. And it's nice to be around people or things that bring you joy. And she is just a joyous little creature. And there's so much to learn from her, appreciating the moment and her love of life and her living it, like I said, living in the moment. And I took her out there this morning, and I live next to this big park there, and I can let her off the leash, and she sprints, and there was a hawk she chased, and she sees squirrels, and she loves chasing squirrels. She lives for it. So anyway, how are you guys doing? It's Saturday morning. What is it, September 3rd? As I was saying, I got a very late, when is the next Die Hard? I appreciate that. I so appreciate that. Because I've had people saying I look like all sorts of things. Yeah, light that candle. I think, I say it, I've done videos on it. I think we should live for the moment and not save things for special days. Pet puppy pause promptly, please. Oh, that's a lot of alliteration there. When's the next? I appreciate that. I think Bruce Willis is really cool. Okay, I got my coffee now. I'm not gonna fall asleep. All right, speaking of coffee, Jolly, I'm gonna have to put you out back. There's so many little messages. I think we can learn messages from everything. I think God sends us little messages in life. Thank you for following my page. I so appreciate that. I've been here on TikTok since November. She's an English Springer Spaniel, Keith. She's a bird dog by nature. I believe, I did not know, but I believe they're called Springers. By the way, they can bound. I didn't know it, but you should see this girl run through a forest, through trees. She springs. She goes straight up. It's crazy. It's like a deer. This thing is so graceful running through the forest. It's amazing. I think for hunting, excuse me, let me have a little coffee. Can I have a first sip of coffee? I hope you guys are. Thank you for following the host. Oh, seriously, this is almost cruel and unusual punishment to make a guy with a coffee show not drink his second cup of coffee till after 8 o'clock. Oh, again, it's the pumpkin spice. I have a lab mix, and he's like a donkey jumper. She's a good girl. I might put her out back in a little bit, but I'm going to just pat her and see how it goes. She likes to get her ears rubbed. Again, thank you for those that are following. If anyone sees any value to this show, I hope you do. I hope to provide a little entertainment, a little inspiration. Change the usernames around again. Yeah, it looks like they did. Your name's Laura, I believe. Yeah, they did. Which I think kind of makes more sense, to be honest with you. Because, I don't know. But you're right, they did. Hold on, let me do something. I'm learning. I think we're all works in progress. I don't know if I like that. I get to see the comments better. But I'm in the dark, and Holly's in the dark, and I can't see myself. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable. But anyway, I'll just keep going with this so I can see the comments a little better. I am a realtor. I've been selling homes for 17 years. I do fairly well. A 6-pound Maltese, I bet it's a Barker. Good morning, Keith. Thank you for joining. You got your mug out today? Hope that you do. I'm a realtor. I've been selling homes for 17 years. I do fairly well. There's a whole lot of realtors in the world. And honestly, Brad Clark, thank you for joining. Speak of the devil. A realtor friend of mine just joined. There's a whole lot of realtors in the world. And I've had a hard time, honestly, differentiating myself as the world's greatest realtor. I do fairly well. Well, cheers to you, Keith. Hey, Bradley Clark, do you have your mug yet? I hope you do. I do fairly well, but there's a lot of realtors, a lot of competition, and, I do fairly well and I pay the bills, but I'm not one of the top realtors in the area or anything like that. And I think we should all pursue our passions and find out what our true gifts are And because we all have special gifts, something we can contribute to the world. And it doesn't matter, like, what's his name? Stephen Hawking. You know, that guy had a million reasons to give up on life. He could barely move. He was in a wheelchair and his hand guided him around, and he found a way to do great scientific things from that position. And so I don't think any of us, I don't want to turn it into a negative, has a reason to make excuses for our spot in life. I think once we accept our spot in life and roll with it as best we can and accept it and find our gifts, and chase our gifts and chase our dreams, we can do great things. Anyway, I started doing this show a few years ago on another platform. People started watching. Made me feel good. A 1-bedroom to rent. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Terry, I forget where you live. Are you Boston, I think? I'm renting a 2-bedroom home here in Naperville, and I pay $17.50, and I think I got a pretty good deal. But yeah, rents have gone crazy. Even more, I don't want to talk too much. Yeah, I thought so. I don't want to talk too much real estate, but I like to talk about whatever. I'm on TikTok. I'm growing this platform, or not this platform, my account here. Everybody says you should find a niche, and I do believe if you just want followers, you should pursue a niche. There's so many areas of interest I have. Honestly, I don't want to be pegged down into a certain niche. I saw a guy, I think his name's like Sober Guy here on TikTok. I haven't had a drink in over 10 months, so I could be Sober Guy too and probably get a ton of followers. But I saw one of his videos last night. I almost felt bad for the dude because he was doing 3 things that he's learned from not drinking alcohol or something like that. You know, I'd hate to have to think about things about sobriety that I got to talk about every time. Do I kayak? I have. I've kayaked down the Colorado River for my brother's bachelor party on these. They were soft, and it was awesome. I love whitewater rafting. That's something I think I could enjoy, and I do think I could enjoy kayaking. Keith, Naperville, Illinois. I know you're in Illinois, but you're in southern Illinois. Has a river running through it named the West Branch of the DuPage River that's beautiful. It runs right through downtown. When the water's not real low, you can rent kayaks and go for a long, long way right through the heart of downtown. No whitewater rafting or anything like that. But I've never done that. And honestly, I think that would be a great time. And I'd like to do that soon because I like being out in nature. I don't like being hot. So what's nice about kayaking, look at Holly. Look at this. She could just, where are you from? You have kind of a southern accent. I've heard that before. No, I'm from Downers Grove, Illinois, which is just 10 miles from here, right by Chicago. But I've heard I have a southern accent before, too. I don't know why that is. Let's see if Holly wants to go out. Would you guys be upset? What's been your favorite thing about Coffee with Ken so far? Self-awareness, learning, the therapy, the stress relief, the smiles it puts on other people's faces, the happiness, the people coming up and hugging me on the street going, hey, you're Coffee with Ken, I love your show. I had a guy reach out to me from, I won't say, but last night, from a far state, and he knows somebody that loves my show and asked if I could do something special for this guy for something that's coming up soon. And I was able, I'm getting the chills talking about it. The millions of messages, Jack, I'm getting the chills. What do I like about Coffee with Ken? The millions of messages I've gotten saying thank you. And thank you guys for sending them. Because there's a lot of people that are struggling out there in life and in their feelings and their emotions and stuff like that. And I think me being able to share my feelings in an open way has resonated and made a difference. And the messages I get saying, thank you for talking about this, or, oh yeah, my mother died of Alzheimer's. Oh yeah, I know. My brother, I don't want to, millions. And it just feels so good. And, that's my favorite thing. The fact that it feels like it makes a difference and it makes people feel good. So, yeah. Let's have a little more coffee. How are you guys doing? So I slept in. It's Saturday morning. I slept in past 7. We're all grateful for how open you are. You are not afraid to share the personal things. I think, I watch a lot of videos, and I watch a lot of, I think the stuff that is our lives is what makes life interesting. And we all have a story to tell. We don't all need to tell our stories. I seem to have an interesting life. I've had a lot of highs and lows. Yeah, she's beautiful, isn't she, Lois? She's very demanding. It's funny while we're talking about that. I took her to the pet store yesterday to buy some dog food. Yeah, it sure is. But I think, Jack, the sooner we accept and I've said it before, the imperfections in life, the more perfect we can discover the life is. And I'm doing that. And every day there's something thrown at me that 10 years ago would have knocked me over for a week or a month. But now I'm getting better at rolling with it, accepting that things happen for a reason, and being grateful even in the face of adversity. And again, I'm not perfect by any stretch. I'm a work in progress, and I'm trying to get a little better every day. And I think if we all get a little bit better every day, we're going to feel really good in 6 months. And then think how good we're going to feel in 6 years. So, pet store. I was taking Holly to a pet store yesterday. She was all out of dog food. Let me tell you, it's really hard carrying a big bag of dog food with a dog that's not that trained on a leash and prefers to be running free through the forest and is and smelling all the infinite smells that come at a pet store. All the new special toys and treats and whatever. All the millions of smells she must feel or smell. And I'm getting dragged around and trying to pick up this huge bag of dog food, and it wasn't going too well. And Brett Clark made a recommendation. She's going to be 4 in around Halloween. Brad Clark here, realtor friend of mine, heard me whine about it because I got a little baby. He's 16 months old. He's beautiful. We go on walks when I have him. And it's really hard to push a stroller and hold on to a leash of a dog that's very enthusiastic. So somebody made a recommendation, a buddy of mine, to get what's called a quiet leader. And it's a collar that also has a thing around the snout. And I got it for her yesterday at the pet store because I couldn't deal with it anymore. And I'm hearing her go, because she's pulling on her collar, choking, and I'm feeling bad for her. I'm feeling bad for me. I'm feeling bad for the customers in the store because I got a dog I can't control, honestly. But anyway, we went on our first walk with it yesterday afternoon. She didn't love it the first time. What's something that a year ago would be? It knocked you for a month. Oh, my gosh. I'll get to that in a minute. She didn't love it. Sometimes she'd stop in the middle of the walk and go... That's my imitation of Holly, but I think it's pretty good, trying to get it off and stuff. But it was amazing. She didn't pull at all when we were walking. I don't think it hurts her. I think it's probably uncomfortable because she's not used to it. So for anybody out there with a dog that pulls too hard, I tried the choke chain, and she didn't care. And this seems less painful to her, probably annoying her first go, but I hope she gets used to it. Hi, Joni. Hope she gets used to it. I know she will. And then we're going to be able to have nice walks and walk through downtown and not have her, yanking all over. Gentle leads. Thank you. Yeah. Again, she's got to get used to it, Squirrel. Good morning, Joni. She's got to get used to it. Joni, I might even meet you today. I'd make you buy me the cup of coffee, but I don't have a whole lot going on this morning. If you want to meet for coffee, I might get a mocha. I might ring the cash register. If you want a mug, I might drive out to Geneva today. And when I say drive, I mean ride my scooter. Carl, you said, what's something that a year ago would have knocked you on for a month? Oh, my gosh. Somebody saying something mean to me. Just somebody saying something mean to me. I have discovered, I think, most of my life I struggled with codependency. And I was worried about pleasing every human being on the planet. And I think, honestly, probably, I don't know, 80% of the people really get me and like me. Sometimes I think it's more than that. And I seem to really bother, 10% of the world. They don't like me at all. So I'll have people, like, for instance, come out on social media and say mean things about me or mean things to me or say I'm a bad person or something or I'm fake. I don't know how I'm fake. I don't know how I'm fake. I'm on video, doing live videos. I'm on live videos more than I'm on live life. How can I be fake? Anyway, they'll say these things and it will kind of sting. But then I go, whatever. I'm learning to let it go. So I wouldn't have been able to do this a year ago because I was so worried about making everybody love me. And no matter what you do, not everybody's going to love you. And I'm learning to let go the need for the world to love me and just feel good about what I'm doing and know I'm doing good things and, what I'm doing matters. So I could come up with a million things, Carl. I did. I started 3.5 years ago. Yeah. Or June of 2019. Yeah. So. I mean, I didn't do it every day. I've seen some rude comments on TikTok. I don't get why people feel, yeah. No, it's crazy. It's crazy because they're not happy with where they are. They can't be happy. They can't be happy and be saying mean things. I can't imagine. I'll see some political posts that I totally disagree with. And I bite my tongue. I want to say something like, oh, you're being mean. I try not even to disagree with anybody because, let them be them. I just don't understand how people, feel the need to be mean to other people. Being rude in person is just as bad or worse. Well, of course it is. Of course being rude in person. But most people don't have the guts to be rude in person. And they think because they're typing on their computer, there are a lot of keyboard warriors. It's amazing. Like, I've never hit anybody in my life, but for people to say those things that I say, you'd get punched in the face if you said it to somebody on the street. But you feel you can just unload and say things, mean things that are hurtful. I'm sensitive. I'm learning to let it go. But I'm sensitive, and to say mean things to somebody that you don't even know is just stupid. Let's have some more coffee and not talk too much about mean things. Let's talk about happy things, like taking a long ride on my scooter out to Geneva if Joni wants to meet me for a cup of coffee. I'm so excited about my 3-day weekend. I got my son tomorrow and I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the world should be kind. I just don't understand it. Anyway. But I guess it's not our place to understand it or to figure it out, or even to fight it. I think if we try and understand it or figure it out, that's when it festers in us. So now I'm doing my best when I see something negative. Good morning, Gina. Where have you been? Gina, I forgot about you. Where have you been? I got a woman that followed my page and really seemed to like my page, that used to comment and like all my videos. Haven't seen in probably 6 weeks or 2 months, just tuned in. I forgot she existed. Gina, I'm glad you're back. I hope you're well. So I appreciate you guys watching on a Saturday morning. I hope you're getting something from this. You're getting some conversation, some entertainment, some maybe a little feel good. You were in Alaska. I did forget you. What were you doing up in Alaska? I think you live in Michigan. I bet Alaska's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful, but it's so big. It's so big that it's probably to get from beauty to beauty. I went to Yosemite for my honeymoon with my first wife, and it was gorgeous. It was probably one of the top 2 most beautiful places I've ever been. The other one, if you care, is Banff, Canada. Just amazing. And I'd like to go back to Banff, by the way. But Yosemite's amazing, obviously, and I'm sure you've seen the pictures, and it's every bit as beautiful in life. But to get from one thing to the next, like the redwoods to the, I don't know, El Capitan. Where was your second honeymoon? What did we do? I don't know. No, we didn't. We had a small little wedding. We had a small little wedding. So we didn't actually go on a honeymoon. We were pretty busy. My daughter lives there. It's pretty, but it's not Michigan either. Yeah, no, I bet Michigan's gorgeous. I mean, Glacier National Park. Yeah, the national parks are amazing. But to get from one thing to the next was like an hour and something drive through these tiny little roads. You need a small turboprop plane instead of a scooter. Yeah. Wow, Keith, you're a traveler. How many are there? How many national parks are there? I bet you've seen who's the guy that does the documentaries? He did one on the national parks. Did one on the Jeffersons. Did one on baseball. What's the guy that did all his documentaries? Keith Burns or Ken Burns. How do I forget his name? He's got the same name as me. 67. Is that a to-do list for you, Keith, to go to them all? To visit them all? I don't know. They're amazing. I don't know how many I've been to. I've been to Grand Canyon. I've been to, again, Yosemite. I don't know how many I've been to. Probably not very many. What's your favorite, Keith? If you had to pick one. Anyway, I was saying about the weekend. I'm so excited. I got my day fairly wide open today. I've got my little angel son, Augie, tomorrow. Glacier's number 2, yes. I don't know. Got my son, Augie, on tomorrow. And I'm not even sure what I'm doing on Monday. But sometimes in life, it's nice to not have a bunch of plans and to be able to... Super Sports, thank you for joining. I don't think I ever dropped you a mug off yesterday. I had one in my scooter when I was riding around. I rode right by Maplebrook. Thought of you. What was I saying? We were talking about national parks. I've only been to a few. No, I've probably been to more than that, but I don't know, not a ton. Denali. Denali is a pretty great place to see, too. Yeah, I bet it is. Did you see any bears while you were up there, Gene? Did you ever see any bears in Michigan? It's interesting. Yeah. How's Augie doing? He said you two were watching Elmo the other day. Elmo's a legend. Augie is doing so good. He had a little bit of a cold. I had him on Thursday, and he's teething. He's got some, I think it's this side. He's got some teeth coming in. It's weird because he's such a happy little angelic little boy. And to see him in pain or struggling or feeling not his best is hard. That's super cool. Is weird just because he's usually in such great spirits, but he's putting his finger up here because he's got teeth coming in and his gums are hurting and he's got a little bit of a cold. But he's the sweetest little angel. He's the sweetest little angel. For those that don't know, he has Down syndrome. He's 16 months old and he's a beautiful little boy. And I saw a couple women, that's why I brought it up, dancing last night at the last fling in Naperville that I was at, who had Down syndrome. And it just was sweet to see, and I wanted to go up and hug him, but I thought it might have been a little creepy. So I didn't. But it was just sweet to see. And again, they seemed so joyous and unrestrained. I was too embarrassed. I mean, I probably would have felt good to be dancing too, but I was too insecure or, concerned about how my dance moves would look. And these women were just having a great time and enjoying the moment and enjoying the music and enjoying the evening in a way, I wish I could, and I'm sure all of us would be a little bit better. The world would be a little better place if we all could enjoy the moment like these two ladies were. So anyway, that's my thought on that. I don't know how much I have for you. I've been talking about half an hour. I do this show every morning at 8 o'clock. How was the last fling? Used to go all the time when I was a kid. It was cool. Jack, I appreciate you keeping me going because I appreciate you keep asking questions. It was cool. It was the first time I'd been to a fest without drinking, the unofficial end of summer. For those that don't know, have you been coaching now again? No, Gene, I'm not coaching this season. Cross country requires fewer coaches. I don't know if I'm going to coach again next year. I probably won't, just because it's a big thing. I did enjoy it, though. It was great it was a great experience. Last fling. Thank you, Janice. Thank you for saying that, Janice. I appreciate that. I hope you follow my page. I hope you follow my videos. Hold on. Hold on. There's a lot of questions. I appreciate all the questions. Where was I? Last Fling was cool. I went from about just 6 to 8. It's the fest with rides and carnivals and games and guys trying to hustle you out of money to throw darts at a balloon and people drinking and concerts. And it was nice because I went from like 6 o'clock to 8. The night was beautiful. Naperville's an awesome town. I didn't stay too long. Again, it feels somewhat strange not drinking at these events because I don't know, most people are drinking at these events. Honestly, I go to bed so darn early. 8 o'clock, I felt like I should be winding down my evening. I promise you, in years past, I would have been ordering another beer and staying. Do they still have it on Jackson? Yeah, they do. And what's nice about it is they don't charge any money to get in. And it was just so easy. And, I did a walk all the way through it, which is, 4 or 5 blocks. And, you can get out. You can walk back along the Riverwalk. Yeah, Janice, alcohol is... no, I know I'm good. I just... it's just nice being downtown on a beautiful evening with some music going and a lot of people having a nice time. And I rode my scooter down there, was riding back. I thought, hey, let's stop and get myself Hey, thank you so much for following the host. Toros, thank you for joining. Janice, thank you for sending me likes. Janice, did you ride any rides? No. One thing I don't love in life is rides. Jolly, do you want to go out back? I'm going to take Jolly out back. Do you guys want to talk a little longer? Is that okay? I guess it's okay. If you don't, you can go. But I've got a little more to say. Come on, Jolly, you're going out back. She doesn't think she should have to go to the bathroom unless she's on a leash. And I tried to explain to her that when you gotta go, you gotta go. And I'm going to top off my coffee, get a little cool, and go back and sit down. I'm not a huge ride fan. First of all, I cannot stand standing in long lines. And I went to Great America. I don't know if you guys know what Great America is. Six Flags Great America. She's an English Springer Spaniel. She's beautiful. A couple years back with my girls, and we rode every roller coaster, I think, in the park, maybe except one. And I think I was pretty darn brave because I'm terrified. I'm terrified on those things. I honestly, in my mind, I think they're going to crash and I'm going to die. I'm serious. I'm scared, literally, for my life. And there's some very, very scary rides. And those carnival ones are yucky. I don't know what it is. Maybe as a kid I could do it. I don't even think so. I remember throwing up at a fair in this area once I was a kid. I don't like being spun around and dumped. Fright Fest. No, I haven't been to Fright Fest. My girls always get a season pass and seem to enjoy that as well. It's amazing that those rides are open into late October. Doesn't seem you should go when it's like 45 degrees out, but people do. So, I heard they do a great job doing decorations. So, I hear it's cool. Let's have a little more coffee. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. You're excited about it. You're feeling good. I hope you're getting something from this little talk I do every morning. I hope you tune into my page, maybe follow some of my videos. I'm trying to make them. Somebody a little bit ago said I have a good vibe. I hope my videos do. Naperville is awesome. Chrissy, thank you. Carnival rides seem unsafe. They do. They do. Got a bunch of guys smoking weed, putting them together. Favorite carnival food? I was going to say funnel cake looked delicious last night, Jack. I didn't get any. I had some dinner before I headed out. Jules, thank you so much for following. But the funnel cake looked good. I saw a guy I know that had this huge Italian sausage with mustard on it. He had a little mustard in his beard. I didn't tell him. I thought of telling him, but his wife was right there. She could have told him. But that looked really good. So I'd say funnel cake's right up there. But I'm not a cotton candy person. I guess it's probably for kids mainly. My favorite color on your pajamas, though, blue and white. Terry Clary, thank you so much for following my page. I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. Again, I've been doing this since November. I'm not an overnight success. I'm slow and steady, and I'm pretty determined. And if I find something I enjoy that seems to bring joy to others, I'm going to keep at it for a while. The lighter one. This one? Or this one? Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me a rose. That's the sweetest thing. I wonder what that means. People send me like diamonds and roses occasionally, and that's nice. I appreciate it. I think you have to buy those things to send them, and I think that's really nice. That one. That one? I appreciate how specific you are. I think we should all be appreciative of things. You know? Well, good. Good to blah. Gina and good blah. Thank you for sending me likes. I appreciate it. And Keith, thank you for coming back and sending me likes. I appreciate you guys sending me likes. I appreciate you guys tuning in on a Saturday morning. I appreciate you following my page, giving me some encouragement. I hope you're... Excuse me. Let's have a little more coffee. I just choked on something. That's not good. I'm certainly going to lose viewers if I start choking. I better give you my address in case I need rescued. You could call 911 and say, hey, this bald dude on TikTok. Do you know who played the concert last night? No, it was, I saw the first show. I think the bigger acts were coming on later. They were a pretty good cover band. When I showed up, they were doing a cool cover of Baba O'Reilly by The Who. And I thought that was pretty neat. And they were doing a wide range of tunes. I filmed a little bit of it. Are you going to Farmer's Market today? That's a great idea. It's a great you could catch Rose and Diamond. Oh, can you? That's so cool. I wonder how you do that. I wonder how much money. I appreciate somebody sending me roses and those that send me diamonds. I guess you can cash them in for money. Just collect them. I got like 6. I doubt 6 diamonds is worth so much. I appreciate that. Somebody asked if I was going to go to the farmer's market today. It's funny. I went last week. There's a great farmer's market in Naperville. I mean, I don't know what makes it great other than I'm happy being there. Oh, my gosh, I'm getting all these roses. Gina, you're the sweetest thing. She sent me 6. Now I've doubled my take. I got 6 diamonds and 6 roses. But it's a beautiful morning today, and there's a farmer's market going on. Just probably 6 blocks from my house. Thank you, Gina. And I got to ride my scooter there. I rarely buy anything outside of maybe, I don't know, coffee cake or something somebody baked for like breakfast sort of stuff. I bought some hot peppers last week. I took a bite and did a video of me eating a hot pepper, and should have posted that on TikTok. My neighbor just showed up. When he shows up, he's got the music always blaring in his car. Can you hear that? But anyway, those peppers are still sitting in the bag. I wonder what is happening to them. They're still sitting in the bag. Cookie Guy and olives are the best from the market. Super Sports, I need to get you a mug. It is pretty loud, I know, especially when he comes in late at night. But I live in a small little home with smaller little lots in this cool little neighborhood in Naperville in an awesome, awesome location. And I don't know, I guess you deal with that. There's some people that actually share driveways. They have one of those joint driveways. And I think that would be a struggle. I'm renting. I have my own driveway. But I would have a problem. And I'm a realtor. You could blast your music from your scooter, attach a boombox to the back, and just walk down the street doing one of this. Or maybe like John Cusack and Say Anything. Do I live in the downtown area? Yeah, well, I'm about a mile and change from downtown Naperville. It's not a huge downtown, but it's pretty darn big, actually. Are you saying yes to me walking down the street with the boombox, or John Cusack and Say Anything? I bet it's John Cusack. I like John Cusack a lot. He's got a lot of good movies. If anyone wants a movie recommendation, I'm going to give you one tonight. I've thrown it out to a couple of my friends that wanted to watch a good movie with their wives, or girlfriend in one case, over the last little bit. is Grosse Point Blank. If you haven't seen Grosse Point Blank and you want to watch a date movie, I'm getting the chills. I don't know why. It's not that good. But it's really, really good. It's a good mix of guy movie and girl movie. You should ask your landlord if you could buy it. Yeah. I could. I'm a realtor. I have fairly good access to any real estate I want. This is a perfect home for me right now. There's some neighbor. I don't know. I'm keeping my options open, but I appreciate that, Carl. It's a perfect home for me right now. It's funny. I was separated from my wife last November, and I lived at a buddy's house in his basement. He was kind enough to take me in. But it felt so good, and I've lived here for, 4 months now. And feel so fortunate to have found it because it's a single-family home. It's got a fenced yard for my dog, Holly. It's close to downtown. It's not huge at all. There's nothing super special about it, but it's perfect for me. And a lot of shared driveways up here in Ohio. The woman across the street argues with her neighbor because the woman across the street has a daughter, and her daughter will sometimes park the bike in the driveway. And it's a good friend. Props to your buddy. Yeah, no, he did. The girl sometimes leave the bike in the driveway, and the neighbor gets mad. And again, I just wouldn't want to. I don't blame the neighbor for being a little bothered, but it's just something I'd rather not deal with. Jack, you were watching my videos from my neighbor's basement. I used to do this show every morning from my neighbor's basement. Yeah, no, he really did. So I'm not sure what I have to talk to you about. I've gone for 45 minutes. I might wrap it up here shortly. And take a shower, ride my scooter over to the farmer's market, stroll around the farmer's market, take some pictures, say hi to some people, wave and smile, and no one around me, 4 legs only. Awesome to see you, Jan. I hope you had a great trip to Alaska, and I hope you're happy to be back. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I hope you're excited about your weekend. I hope you're feeling good about who you are and where you are. And even if you're not where you think you should be, just knowing that. Don't beat yourself up over that. Hey, I'm going to bring a mug just in case. I don't even know your name, Super Sports, but I'm going to have a mug in my scooter. I will be there at 9:30 today walking around. If you come up and say, hey, it's Super Sports, I don't even know if you're a man or a woman. If you come up and say you're Super Sports, I'll run out to my scooter and get you a mug. And I'll be there at 9:30. I promise you that. How about that? Even if you're not in the best place or where you're happy with in life or where you want to be, Sandra, you're a woman. I'm being sexist. I always thought because your name was Sports in it that you were a man. Even if you're not in the best place in life, that's okay, because it's not an issue of, thank you, Joni, I'd still meet you out later to get you your mug, because I got a free day and I'm going to be riding my scooter. It's not about where you are, it's about where you're going. And yeah, we are all where we're supposed to be, but we're all on a path that leads to somewhere. And it's not about the somewhere, it's about the path. And it's a hard thing to understand, but last October I was in a really bad place in life. And I said, hey, I got to fix this. And I'm getting the chills. So I stopped drinking and I started listening to positive affirmations. And I became more committed to this. And slowly but steadily, I'm putting one foot in front of the other. And I don't know where I'm going to end up. I don't know where I'm going to be in 6 months or 6 years or 10 years or whatever. But I know I'm on the path I'm on and the things I'm doing every day to get a little better within and love myself and forgive myself. So I hope you do the same. So I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I so appreciate you guys for tuning in. I so appreciate you for those that follow my page or those that send me love and encouragement. It means a ton to me. Super Sports Sandra, I hope I see you at the farmer's market. I'll have a mug. Joni, if you want a mug and you want to meet me for coffee, I'll ride out to Geneva and meet you for coffee today. I got a free day I'm so excited. The weather's going to be gorgeous here in Naperville. I hope you're excited about your day. You're loving yourself. You're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.